Historic birthdays, portraits galore, and blessings and boots. All this and more as the Stafford Weekly News starts now. Welcome to the Friday, September 16th edition of the Stafford Weekly News. I'm Randall Williams. Do you know how Fort Bend County got its name? Well, they had a major birthday celebration recently explaining exactly that and more.
This is the Historical Commission's celebration of the 200th anniversary of the building of a little log cabin just north of us that became the startings of our Fort Bend County and gave it the county its name. The big draw today is a series of bus tours that are going throughout Fort Bend County to museums and historic sites. There'll be a bunch of history given by guides on each bus. Should be a fun day. And there's a lot of activities here at Lamar Homestead Park. We've got activities for families and everyone. We've got the Celtaire String Band here playing music.
Okay, it gets really strange now. Ready? Up, down, up, down. Now I'm going to teach you the 1800s boogie down. Okay, ready? Ready? Skip. Skip. Like this. That's all she wrote. This is scandalous, I tell you.
You've got Off the Vine Bistro with food and drinks. The Fort Bend County Clerk is here with talking about some of the holdings that they have in their wonderful collection.
The County Clerk's Office has loaned to the Fort Bend Museum some historical documents from our office. And so we've got some pictures of some of the documents that are at the museum. One of the things that we have on display over there is Albert George and Mamie George's marriage license. There's lots of cool stuff over there. And the exhibit will be on display through October 14th. So if you can't stop by and look at it today, then you've got lots of time to enjoy it.
They're online for you to view all the way back to 1821. So you don't even have to come into the office, although you can come in the office, and we have certainly computers there for you to use, but sit in your own home and go through some really fabulous historical documents. It's fortbendcountytx.gov, and then you would click up at the top of the website, I want to search records, and you'll be there. And you're looking for the official public records is what you're looking for. Because there's also court records, of course, and other type records. But official public records, and that's where you'll find these documents.
And we even have the Fort Bend Archaeological Society doing an active archaeological dig here on the site, looking for the bounds of Mirabeau Lamar's house. They haven't quite found it yet, but they're still looking. So the tours will be online on our website. The Sugarland tour for today already is, so you can go to the Fort Bend County Historical Commission website and find that tour and all that information and do it yourself if you like. Eventually, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, maybe the other two routes, the one that goes through Richmond and up through into Fulshire, and then the one that goes out west to Kendleton and Needville and Black Cowboy Museum first, and then George Ranch. Those will be up on the website as well. You can get all that way. Fort Bend County Historical Commission meets quarterly. Our next meeting is in November. They're open to the public, so you're welcome to join us and be a part of what we do, preserving the wonderful history of Fort Bend County.
Another local birthday this month is being celebrated by a preschool organization starting its third decade. John King embraces the arms of love.
I'm really excited for our 21st anniversary. It's really a true blessing that we've been in Missouri City for 21 years, and we really enjoyed, and we can't wait for Saturday. It's very important to let the parents know and the kids know how we really appreciate them supporting us, and also more than anything to let our employees know that we really truly we're really truly blessed to have them with us and to help us on this journey.
I'm very excited. I come from the engineering world. I was an engineer for Hewlett Packard for 13 years, and my wife kept telling me to come aboard. I just didn't see a fit at the time. but we had a vision, and we purchased this land here, and we decided that we'd build a building large enough where I'd have my own space. And you know, I was able to now mentor young men and talk to young women and have an impact on their lives. So 21 years, to say we've been in business for 21 years, I know the struggles and the hardships that we went through in the early days, but to see it 21 years later and to see us still standing strong, I'm very excited. It was scary, to be honest with you. You know, I'll just be honest, because it was an unknown. You know, a lot of things that had happened in the past, you could go back and look and say, well, this is how you do it. But with COVID, it had never happened before. Everything shut down. So there's a lot of child care centers that hadn't come back yet. And for us, we just sit together and we brainstormed, and we realized after a short period of time, we need to be here for our kids and for our parents, because there are parents that still work. So we decided after a couple of weeks, after a few weeks, we decided to come back to work, because we realized that, and take a chance. We did all the precautions, all the cleaning, you know, the face masks, the gloves, and all those things. So there wasn't anything else we could do other than, you know, come back and, you know, give the parents a place to bring their kids. I'm
very grateful for our staff. They play a huge role in what we do. We let them know in a lot of different ways that we really, really appreciate them. We do different luncheons for them. We try to celebrate with them on many occasions, because without them, again, I'll keep saying that we need our staff. One of the biggest things I'm looking forward to is being able to show our parents how much we really appreciate them choosing us, because they have choices. And again, I keep saying it because I really mean it. When they pick us, I know that we stand out and that it's something about us that they love. So it's really gonna make me smile to see them smile and see the kids excited and being able to enjoy away from the center. Although we're 21 years in, we don't see an end in sight. Matter of fact, we've got two younger daughters, one 29 and one 26. So whenever we feel like we're a little bit tired, on the other hand, we've got two younger ones that it is our hope that they'll come in and they'll see the passion that we have, and they'll just pick up and run with it. That's our goal long term. We spoke to Jasmine, and she's having a good time in college. She really misses us. We miss her. The kids miss her. I know that we taught her a lot of things. Her work ethics, that was one of the main things that I wanted to instill in her, because it goes a long way. Again, I just want to thank everybody for supporting us for 21 years and, you know, for hanging with us and for understanding we're not perfect, but we are. One thing you'll know about us is, you know, is that we're trying to do our best at all times. Will we always be, you know, successful and never fail? No. We're going to have our issues, but the one thing you'll know about us is that we're going to try to do our best to make sure that things are right. They're going to be clean. We're going to be honest with you. We love what we do, so your kids are going to be taken care of here.
Face the Arts, next. HCC's Fine Arts Department regularly exhibits work by its faculty members. Currently on display at the Stafford campus, studio art professor Darla Barolini and a cast of thousands.
So I consider myself to be a figurative artist. I'm really drawn to the figure. I've always been incredibly drawn not only to the figure, but to the portrait. I was lucky enough to study at an academy that really encouraged drawing from direct observation, so from life. And I believe that really helped me. Today I draw and paint from photographs primarily, but I feel that education really helped me understand how to take the photograph and transfer it into a painting that doesn't look like a copy of a photograph. So that's really what I strive to do. So my artwork's figurative. I I find people whose features I'm attracted to in some way. I like many different features, I like many different types of people, and I'll paint their face. But I'm not trying to get an exact replica of that person. For example, I would say that my paintings are mostly a commentary on the fact that I'm creating an image that is a picture, right? I mean, this isn't a new concept, but this image that is a picture and not actually someone. It's my interpretation of someone. So if you've seen the work, you'll probably see that I strive to create unrealistic skin tones, unrealistic flesh tones. Sometimes I exaggerate features, sometimes I exaggerate lighting. I'm really interested in how light changes the color of our skins, how there's so many vibrant colors in our skin as well, and how lighting plays a role in that. So I tend to drift away from realism, but at the same time, I am still trying to capture the person's essence as best I can, but at the same time creating a picture of someone who doesn't really exist in space, if that makes sense. There's a lot going on. That artwork is not actually based off of people that I really know. It's completely fabricated scene of friends that I've made up. And the women, both of them, faces distorted. I used myself as a base reference, although they don't look like me at all. But I just used myself as a reference for where features are on the face, for example, right? Like where the eyes are, where the nose is, where the mouth is. But I distorted their faces in a way where they don't look like me or anybody that you could possibly know. So the painting, it's a little bit of a commentary on the Last Supper, but not entirely. The story is not as interesting as it might seem, and I feel like the story might ruin the piece a little bit, because really I want students or faculty, whoever looks at the work, to bring their own story into it.
Walking it off, next. The Mamie George Center provides many services for the elderly and underprivileged, none of which are cheap. Fernando Ramirez covers a recent fundraiser combining blessings and boots.
Blessings and Boots is our Mission of Love 2022 theme for this event. Mission of Love is an opportunity for Catholic Charities, the Mamie George Center, to raise money specifically for the Mamie George Center. These funds will be used to assist people in all kind of ways through our food distribution. It gives us an opportunity to provide classes for seniors, such as group exercise classes, Zumba, Sit and Be Fit, yoga, things like that. It also will aid us in providing assistance to families who need our help desperately. I'm so excited about this event. Our chairs, Elsa Poole and Lila Cavazos, have done an outstanding job. It is going to be so much fun. We have a wine and bourbon pool. I think those are my favorite things to do. There's a photo booth. We're going to be honoring Father Dad Hung. He's our recipient this year. He does amazing work at his church at St. Faustina, and he's been a blessing, and his congregation, they've been a blessing to the Mamie George Community Center, especially during our Share Your Blessings and those activities, just helping us out with providing activities and fun for seniors. So our programs are offered at no charge to seniors and families in need. So when we have these events, we're hoping to net quite a bit of money so that we can offer these programs. Without the resources, without these funds, we would not be able to offer all the classes and the activities and the programs that we offer for seniors. We also have an excellent Women's Veterans Program, and we do the same services for women who have served our country. So now it's our turn to help serve them.
this event hugely benefits the pantry. A lot of the donations that come in today will come into the pantry and allow us to buy much needed food. With inflation, the cost for consumers is going up, but the cost for businesses acquiring food is also going up. So these funds will help us to acquire more food for our clients. It's always fun to gather all of our donors, all of our volunteers, and many of our clients in the same place and celebrate the amazing things that we're doing at Catholic Charities.
Our center is run with about 75 to 80% of volunteers. And without those volunteers, we would not be able to offer all the programs and do the services, provide the services that we do provide. So if you want to donate, just call our center at 281-202-6200. We'll be happy to direct you to our fund development officer, Matt. And also, if you want to make a donation, any other type of donation, you're free to do that.
Catholic Charities is always very grateful for anyone who can come out and volunteer their time, their treasure, or their talent. We're very grateful for our volunteers and our donors.
I can't tell you how blessed we are at the Mamie George Center to have volunteers and supporters that we have. People who help us make a difference. I get to see it every day. I get to talk to seniors who need our help. But for funders to come in and supporters to provide this hope so that seniors can live in dignity and just be in their homes as long as they can, it makes a world of difference. We would not be able to do this without our funders and supporters and volunteers.
The autism support group Hope for Three had a fundraiser recently with a decidedly health-oriented event. Fernando Ramirez put on his walking shoes for this story.
On this beautiful day, we're doing our walkathon, our family fun run for people with all abilities, and it's in celebration of our families living with autism and to really promote that kindness and caring and empathy in our community, and of course highlighting our autism families who we serve. We're trying to raise $30,000 and we're getting very close, we're almost there. So, you know, it'll be a good day for everyone, and we look forward to having a lot of sunshine and fun while we do this.
Well, this is a great opportunity for me as an autistic mom to give back to the community, especially to those parents who are just now getting the diagnosis. I remember when I first got the diagnosis, I had no idea where to get resources or how to connect with other families, and that's exactly what I found at Hope for Three.
It's kind of a trending awareness campaign. More and more people are becoming aware of autism, and it's very important that people have the right tools, which includes emotional support, guidance from expertise, as well as just a stake in the community where you feel like you belong and you do have an equal place at the table like everyone else.
So when you connect with organizations such as Hope for Three, you get to meet some other parents who are walking the same journey. And that is an invaluable resource because you get to ask questions about therapies, you get to ask questions about financial aid, which for parents with autism, kids on the spectrum, we know how expensive it can get to get some of these therapies and some of the services as well. And a lot of them don't know where to start. Organizations like Hope for Three provide a lot of information free of charge for these parents and also to connect. You make friends with parents who are in Pearland or within your area, and you get to have that friendship. You get to have somebody who gets it to talk to whenever you have questions.
We're here for you. If you don't get engaged, there's no way to grow. And even if you're not related to someone with autism, you probably know someone with autism, whether they know it or not, or you know it or not. I happen to have a few friends that are adult autistic people, and it's really been a cool journey, honestly, connecting the dots between different age groups and relationship styles. I've seen really just, you know, the beautiful world that's out there and the things that you can grow from, and gaining a better understanding of just humanity and what people are going through.
I do want to thank our sponsors. I appreciate Primeway Federal Credit Union coming out, OcuSoft, HEB helped us as well, the Daniel Project, and many, many others. So thank you to our wonderful community who show up for us every day. We love you and appreciate you. We really hope people come away knowing that they are part of a greater community that loves them and cares about them. And we want people to understand that people living with autism are no different than you or I. They might have different skills and abilities. They may have different social skills or ways of communicating. A lot of people may be nonverbal. It's just taking that moment to understand our differences, but also our sameness, and to connect as a community.
That's a wrap on our news for this week. Thank you for joining us. For everyone here at Stafford Weekly News, I'm Randall Williams. May all your news be good news.